Good morning. This is my presentation for ELPP 6550, and I'll be discussing how we merged two different offices into one cohesive team in my department at the Student Services Division for the Clark County School District. So the problem in a nutshell basically was my administrator was given an additional department, basically due to streamlining and budget cuts and so forth. Everyone is taking on more responsibilities. So she had two different central office positions that she needed to supervise that were located in two different locations, which required her to be traveling back and forth and missing out on getting a lot of other work done and wasting a lot of time during transportation. So what she decided to do was to bring both departments together into one office, and we're going to talk about some of the ideas that her and I did together to bring these offices together, because she's trained me to be administration, and what we came up with to merge these teams into one cohesive, successful department as opposed to two separate entities. As I stated before, both departments were in different locations and will be moving into a new office building at the SSD office, and need to be working together. They have separate responsibilities, but the time for the peak workloads are at different times of the year. So when one department is busy, the other needs to step up and help out, and vice versa, to try to create the sense of one unit and one team. So we're trying to come up with some activities to build that sense of workmanship and morale and team building. I chose this project because I've been working really closely with my administrator. She's kind of treated me as more of a colleague or team member than as a student or underling. And she's really trying to train me in all the responsibilities that she's responsible for, so I'll be prepared to be a good administrator. As a matter of fact, she's even mentioned me taking her spot when she's ready to retire in 2, 3, 4 years. Also, she'll be going out for surgery and wants me to be able to step up and fill in for her during the time that she's gone, so the department doesn't miss a beat. So us working very closely hand in hand is one of the reasons why I decided to use this project to show my skills. And also, by getting more access, it allows me to learn more of the administrative process and how to oversee staff and administer to my subordinates. My goals are to try to achieve successful supervision of staff here, as it says on the slide. Basically, it's going to challenge my skills on how to take two different mindsets in two different departments with two different tracks and get them into that team unity, and also oversee and make sure that both departments don't get slighted and that their workloads still maintain or improve as a result. So it'll treat me ways to motivate staff, keep morale high, and to deal with different personalities to make the office more successful. Our methods were really pretty simple, but have proven to be very effective. In essence, collaboration. Like I said, the two departments are case management and then the ESY AIA department. So case management starts out really hot and heavy at the beginning of the school year, making sure that all students need to be placed in the proper departments and that our students are not missing out on any type of services. The workload is extreme, and the people have been in this field for a long time and don't suffer any fools. So by us coming in with the secondary department that jumps in with a special ed background and is helping them to get their workload done, that builds that buy-in and that sense of camaraderie. And then at the end of the year, when ESY and AIA is more busy trying to get kids making up credits and meeting their intercession requirements, then case management will be available to jump in and help us out with that type of workload as well. We also did rewards, morale building exercises such as potlucks. You can always work your way to somebody with food, having little parties, rewards for, the best productivity, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. It can be like a nice parking spot or an extra 10-minute break. We just made sure that we identified the extra effort that our employees were giving and let them know that by working together, they achieved more than they did by working apart, and it really seemed to be effective. They say that the proof is in the pudding, and in order to make sure that this is really working and to be able to support our findings, we had to make sure that we were having positive results, which we have had. The case management department in the past has had sort of a reputation for being maybe a little bit on edge, a little testy, a lot of complaints coming out of that department. It is a high stress workload. They do have kind of a thankless job, but as a result of our merging the departments and recognizing everybody's effort, it has improved the behaviors and problems that were occurring previously in the case management department, as well as increased the efficiency and speed in which the ESY and AIA services are being completed as well. It's also formed like a sense of camaraderie among both departments to where people are actually volunteering to help each other instead of waiting to be asked. It's also been recognized by superiors in the district, whereas some of our, we've had an assistant superintendent and another director come through our office and notice the change in the departments from the last time that they visited them, as far as the frequency of customer complaints being down, the amount of work and placements being quicker, and the overall vibe in the office being more positive. So with all of these things in place and our employees happy that they're being recognized and being given that extra assistance and recognition, it has really been a positive thing. I looked through many references when doing this project, and most of them basically just said respect, cooperation, collaboration, recognition. Those are the best ways, to get the most bang for your buck and to get your employees on track and to feeling appreciated. And the more appreciated they feel, then the more improved the workload is. And so here's just a couple that showed what was going on. And the adult bullying was a way to get rid of coworkers from kind of pushing each other around, because you really want to head that off at the pass and get that sense of teamwork as opposed to one trying to think that they're better than the other. And we really haven't had any problems with that this year. So we're hoping that things continue to be as effective as they have been so far. All right. Thank you very much and have a great day.